Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Strong Casuals. My name is Ben. I'm here with Anthony and the Chord King, Eric.
What's up?
It's been a hot minute, ladies and gentlemen, but we are back. We'll always come back. What we maybe lack in blistering content, we make up for in consistency.
Yeah, dude. Dude, it's been what, a month maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, we've taken our little breaks, but we always come back.
Yeah, dude, it's Christmas break. What do you want?
Well, not yet.
I'm bathing in my money.
It's sort of like Thanksgiving break, though.
Yeah, dude.
And we're still allowed, we still call it Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
Because Thanksgiving is apparently, even though it's probably one of the more heinous holidays, it's...
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I mean, conceptually, yeah.
I mean, historically.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. But but it is now, for what it's become, it's my favorite holiday.
Yeah, it's true. It's true American tradition. Let's
Yeah,
gorge.
Right. I mean, literally, the expectation is to be sedentary, eat as much food as possible,
Yes.
and watch football.
Yep.
And, I'm not totally sure there's much more.
Sleep.
Yeah, some naps,
Sleep.
maybe.
Yeah, dude, power naps for sure.
I mean, the older I get, the more that I just like it because there's no obligation for me to get anybody anything.
No, I know.
And I like that.
Yeah. My pocketbook's feeling this Christmas.
Yeah. Well, and it's like,
Mentally and physically.
yeah. But there's like all the Christmas parties. There's always that awkward thing where it's like, do I get this person something?
I know.
Do I not?
No.
And then you
don't.
don't. And then they do. And you're like, oh, you son of
That's where you approach them as if you forgot they were alive. What?
Who are you?
Who are you, dude?
Why'd you buy me this?
Yeah, dude, thanks so much, and just walk away.
Thank you, bye.
That's so kind, but no, it really is. There is so much. Thanksgiving really doesn't have any expectation unless you're going to the extended family Thanksgiving, and then
Yeah.
You get to see even some. There's just you can't have both families, extended family, at one get together.
Yeah. Or you're like going to your wife's family,
Right.
which just may mean like a few awkward conversations.
Right.
And you get through that.
Yeah.
Dude, crush a couple beers and you'll be fine.
They love it when you crush beers in front of the family.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's what
Well, I mean, if they're like that, then go in the bathroom and crush them. Or like, I don't know, bring a flask or something.
Yes, dude.
Just kidding.
You know what's been like a month ago? Rogue Invitational was like 3 weeks ago.
We had all intentions of talking about this, but
Their season ended, and so ours happened to end at the same time. What do you want?
yeah, and it's sort of like when you get to sell. You know how if you like when you get like more families involved, you end up having like 6 Christmases because you have to celebrate at different times. It's like we just get to celebrate the Rogue Invitational again.
Do you guys remember the Rogue Invitational a month ago?
It's like
Here it
so
is
good.
again.
Exactly.
Dude. No, but regardless, how much of it did you get to see?
Most of it.
Most of it. It ruled. It was great. I mean, it was a stacked to the brim events wise and competitor wise because it is that big show of the season.
Yeah.
And honestly, expectations were exactly as it went. Tom was kind of returning as he was doing some recuperation a little bit with his guy. Halfthor showed up in shape, may I add, and Mitchell showed up as always, unbeatable. And just overall consistency of Mitch all weekend was always there, 100% of the time. He got a second, a third, a first, and a second. And that's why he won. That would be why Mitch won again, because he is absolutely just, I mean, he beat Halfthor by 10 points.
He did beat Halfthor by 10 points, but I think it's worth noting that, like, Halfthor came in first.
Yeah.
He had 2 firsts and a second. And those other events, like the carry press, the super medley, and the overhead medley that he maybe didn't do so hot in, some of that's up to event choice.
Yeah, certainly.
So I think it comes down to I'm really excited to see Halfthor back.
Yes.
Because he is one of the few athletes who can outright beat Mitch in something. Yeah. And he did.
Yeah, to actually push the guy in a comp. Yeah. And the only reason he was 10 points away from Mitch is because he had that really bad grip and press.
Yeah, which you could go on and on about like talking about the mistakes that athletes sometimes make.
Yeah.
I know that part of one of Halfthor's little oopsies was not exactly being prepared for the event. I know that when his name was called, at least the information mill says that He was in the bathroom and who did
that's
not
right.
get called out.
That's what that one
and
was.
he wasn't necessarily ready for that. So I think that could have made a big deal.
100%.
I don't think anybody's blaming the comp on that.
No.
I know that from listening to a lot of the athletes' content, they talked about how it was incredibly loud in there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And you're running like a lot of stuff pretty consistently. And so with like a huge crowd and all that noise, like it is sometimes hard to make sure that you're like doing what you're supposed to.
You need like an air horn on the God mic over the stadium.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah. Well, and like the beep, so like the beep that they were supposed to hear to move was apparently kind of hard to.
It was.
And they had that like Tom and that forgot her name. They had that restart because it was like very obvious that neither of them heard the go.
No, yeah, they were waiting. It was. Then they reset their. Did they go again or did they just adjust the points?
Well, they adjusted their time.
Yeah.
So there was like a definitive moment in time when they're both like, oh, we got to do the thing now.
Right.
But again, that's not on the comp, and like there is some responsibility, and I'm sure Hafthor takes responsibility. He's like, yeah,
of course,
probably. And I mean, I don't blame the guy.
No, how can you blame the guy?
And it's hard to do, and also he's coming back from retiring,
right?
You know?
Yeah,
River,
exactly. Yeah,
he retired,
right?
And he came back, but I mean, he came back and put up obnoxious numbers. I mean, his deadlift was insanity.
He'd pulled that 1,010 just as if it wasn't even 1,010 pounds.
I know.
Like he just one repped it, so simple, and just walked away. And you're like, okay, well, there is that. That's what Thor's presenting to, because it was the first event of the weekend, and so he's just like, I'm just gonna quick show what's up for the weekend.
Yeah, and I think it did set a nice
precedent.
Yeah, and it was like a good thing. He showed in the inverse stones. He showed his his stones prowess. He showed his stones. He did, not literally, but he showed what the stones that he has. And I mean, like stones are really big for the Icelandic or lifters, not powerlifters, the Icelandic strongmen, because stones are a big deal there.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, so I mean,
he tied with Tom. 44 points overall for the weekend. Thor and Tom, and like I said, Tom's looking way healthier than he has been, and he's only been with this guy for like a couple of months, I think.
I mean, right now he looks like a IFBB pro.
Oh no, now he's super shredded.
He's posing all shredded.
He's been
and stuff,
staying with and like that guy, because that guy lives like overseas. His new trainer.
Oh, okay.
And so they just can't meet. The first time they met was at Rogue Invitational, and in person, obviously.
Yeah,
but I mean,
he's been sending him letters.
Yeah, dude, they're pen pals, dude.
He sent him a flat Stanley that had the workouts.
Had a wax seal on it, dude.
Yeah, it came by Crow.
Yes, dude. That's how you know this guy's fucking legit. Okay, He's the son of Odin, dude. He's got something. And you're dealing with.
He sent the Ravens.
Yeah, dude. You're dealing with a Thor-esque human being. But yeah, Tom's looking great. Hafthor. Evan Singleton was very close. 41.5 points. He looked consistent all week. Evan's so close to just getting in that top three. He does every just depending on the comp. I mean, Hafthor kind of Evan would obviously have been on the podium if Hafthor wasn't here, but Hafthor's like, no, I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm back in a big way.
I think Evan has all athletes have events that they like a lot. I think Evan has a lot of events he's not super happy about. It's not that he's bad at them by any stretch.
Right.
I know he's expressed some disdain for things like the sandbag medleys. Sandbag toss.
Oh, okay.
And I can't imagine that holding some level of disdain for an event makes you want to train it a whole lot. But yeah, I mean, he's strong as fuck.
Yep. So yeah, it was great end of the season for Strongman. I mean, the Rogue Invitational always rules. They run it well. They run it pretty smoothly, and then just doing the CrossFit in between gives a great space for the competitors just to recoup instead of just watching dead air for God knows how long.
Well, they're doing a lot of stuff at one time, like you said.
Yeah, they are.
Like it's like the Arnold. I mean, you're doing like 8,000 things.
I know. It's fun though, like when you see like 5 people like doing an event together, like 5 strongman running the yoke escalator. No. Yeah, right? No. Yeah. Yeah, I love that stuff because it's like you can't just watch times the whole time. You kind of just got to go for it. You don't know if somebody's going to just show up right next to you and just blast you out of the water.
Yeah.
Super competitive weekend. Mitchell Hooper remains dominant AF, dog.
Yeah, I think there's I'm hoping that And as we've said multiple times before, like, we're not blaming Mitch for being a badass.
No.
I do wonder how many competitions and how many event coordinators are sitting down and trying to sort of figure out what a competition that makes some of these other guys more competitive looks like.
Yeah.
Just because it's hard to make a, like Giants live shows, and like World's Strongest Man, they're TV shows.
Yeah.
And so, like, trying to get something that's a little bit more competitive. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, there's also no denying that Mitch is a machine.
It's true.
And
I mean, there's
in so many ways.
Right. There's been a million events, so it's like if you need to adapt something, try to create something new, just make people have to work on something.
Yeah, this sounds way too on the head, but honestly, they just need they need events that are half Thor's best events. And they just need to like give them like 5 events that are basically all half Thor's go to.
Right.
And then maybe we can take them down.
Yeah, it's going to be a new year, so we'll find out. We will find out.
Yeah. And I don't think, honestly, like, I'll shut up about it, but like, I also think that, like, I don't think Mitch is one of those guys that I don't think would shy away from that.
No.
He's like, listen, like, yeah, I'm in this
Push
to compete.
me.
I'm in this to get better. So, like, finding that's essentially what you do as a strength athlete is find whatever your weaknesses are and you work on them.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Mitch constantly is. I mean, he's like, he doesn't need to post like workout videos at all. He's just doing all of his work where he needs to do it and when he needs to do it. And
he has had like a wave of social media presence though.
I know.
He's the amount of YouTube content he's putting out, and like,
I know.
He
has like a new video almost every other day.
Dude is on top of it.
He really is. I mean,
and it's pretty good content too.
It is.
It's not like
yeah, he's doing other stuff.
Just like watch me shrug for 20 minutes.
Right. Right. Yeah. That is a lot of videos. Just watch me shrug for 10 minutes, which
mine are up there and nobody gets it. They don't get any hits.
Yeah, dude. I don't understand why people don't just
watch Ben.
Yeah, dude.
Shrug.
Welcome to the Strong Casual Shrugathon. Do you imagine? What if we just sculpted our shoulders that way?
We should do a live event. Cord King Eric, you can tell us if we can do this or not. We should do a live event, just like sort of like a public radio call-a-thon.
Like a concert, like Farm Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead it's just us shrugging.
Yeah, of course.
And then dude, as long as people call in and give us money, we'll continue to shrug.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Put money on the shrug.
Where does the money go? Just to us?
Us, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, our front pockets.
Well, let's be honest. At this point, we are a charity.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we may not have 501c3 status, but we're pretty.
No, I put in the paperwork for the straight. We're on the go.
What was your argument for the public good we provide?
I kind of just danced around the question. I really didn't give them a straight answer.
You just wrote dancing, shrugging. We give shrugs to the world.
People are out. Everybody here is uptight. We need more shrugs, dude. You'll be stacked, dude.
Yeah, just huge lats. Or sorry, huge traps.
Huge trap lats, dude.
Shout out to Mike Israetel. He's got a video recently about how to build big traps. So
did he?
Yeah.
Did you build them?
Working on it. Wait, no. Sorry. I don't know.
Oh, there it is. That's it. That's the go. But it was a great event.
It was.
2025 coming up soon. Go Strongman.
Well, we spent the last weekend watching some very, very strong individuals.
Strongman.
Yeah.
We went to a strongman, dude.
Yeah, so we had the joy of having the world finals for official Strongman Games just down the road. So we had the opportunity to go. Not that any of them listen to this, but thank you, Lynn.
Yeah, Lynn Morehouse is the man.
For getting us a booth in there. We were in many ways kind of like if you like combine a kid in a candy shop with like a person who's meeting their idols for the first time. We're somewhere in between there. I don't know. There was just a lot of jaws on the ground.
Ben was crying.
Yeah. I was not.
He was close to crying. I saw him.
I was not crying.
He's a little bitch. It's fine. It was beautiful. I love him.
No, we did a lot of like drop jawed staring because these people to us are,
we're fangirls.
Yeah. we're we couldn't believe we were seeing these people in person. And it was a learning experience for us. I think that's worth saying. If you're listening to this because we saw you, we appreciate you, and we didn't talk to you because we're still learning. I think that's okay to say. Like, I think it's okay to admit the fact that we are sort of in the beginning stages of this. And maybe I'm just saying this for my own comfort, but like, we're learning, and we're going to be around, and we're going to contact you and ask you to talk to us.
Yeah, dude.
But I think it was a great experience for us.
No, super good learning experience.
Again, if we didn't talk to you, it wasn't because we didn't like you. And if we stared at you, it was probably because we couldn't believe we were looking at you.
Yeah.
So, not to be awkward or anything. I mean, we saw some people that we've talked about for a long time now. Like, we saw Lucy Underdown.
Yes.
Probably could have gotten a picture or an interview, just stared.
Yeah. She wasn't competing, but she was there.
Evan Singleton was there. We saw Inez and a bunch of other people who, like, we appreciate the hell out of and we love watching, but we were just sort of like, Kennedy Candy Shop's not the right phrase here. I'm just saying that we were slack jawed, and in awe.
Yeah, starstruck, man.
Yeah, starstruck. That's what we were. And so we did end up landing an interview with the one and only legend Nick Best.
Yes, we did.
Which will be coming out soon. That was an amazing opportunity.
It's just a super down to earth guy.
Oh my God, it was
a great dude. He was also there just helping out. He was supposed to compete, but ended up not. And which was honestly probably played to our favor that we got to talk to him. It was it was such a cool opportunity.
It was amazing, and we've done a few interviews, and honestly, I think they've all been kind of easy on us. But like, Nick is a super easy dude to talk to.
Yeah,
he's
as big as it gets for strongman. Like, if you know strongman, you know who Nick Best is.
He's a legend. So we got that, and then again, we'll be reaching out to a lot of other people to get on the podcast and talk to us about your experience, etc. But the contest as a whole was fantastic.
Yeah.
And it was run incredibly well. Lynn Morehouse, my God, man, it was perfect.
It really was. He runs a tight ship, and it worked. Because I mean, there's a lot of competitors in the weekend.
Oh my God!
You have to smash it into 3 days.
Hundreds upon hundreds of athletes.
It was just like insanity, and you have to like file them in one and out. And it's like, and so Lynn had to lay down the law, but he did an incredible job. The show ran like a machine. It was perfect. It's
so hard. We talk about arm wrestling competitions a lot. It starts at 1 and it goes for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Because there's fouls and all that nonsense. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's really hard to take hundreds of athletes, run them through exercise or run them through competition, and like not have people go insane.
Right.
And he did that.
Yeah. The amount of events that he ran on days 1 and 2 with that many people it should have never gotten done.
No.
Like,
we
with
should
the amount
still
of
be there.
Yeah, dude. But it's like, we were, starts up at what, like 9:30 or something like that was when the day started.
Like 10 both days.
Yeah.
But
and then
still
ran to like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, like not bad at all.
No. I mean, and like having athletes come on one side, do the lift,
exit out the
other, and they're already coming on. They said it 1,000 times with the people resetting all the implements.
Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really,
logistics
really
wise, it was just perfect for the Alliant, and it was awesome.
We were really happy it was here. I was looking at some of the people's feeds. Not everybody was. I think people enjoyed Madison. Not everyone was overly pumped about it, but as a Madisonian, I feel like I need to also say that like Madison is more than the region around the Coliseum. like. I also am not trying to speak poorly about that area, but there's a lot more going on in Madison than that thing.
I mean, the Coliseum used to be bumping.
Yeah, we used to go there as kids all the time.
When it was the only venue, it ripped. And it still does rip.
Right. I mean, the Land Injury Center wasn't there when we were little.
Right.
So it was just the Coliseum. Go to Monsters games. And
I like the seating at the Alliant, too. I don't know what, if you don't like Alliant Energy Center, get out.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
Don't love it
from the strong casuals. Get out.
Love it or leave it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and it was super fun to watch. So men's open. I know I'm going backwards here.
That's okay.
But I feel like we don't need to cover every last thing.
No. There's like 7 divisions.
So for those of you who are listening who don't know, this OSG functions as sort of like a feeder into the pro world, and it's also the competition for weight class strongman. So normally not normally, but in the pro world, there's no weight division. So like in the pro world, it's just the open. You just compete. So this gives an opportunity for people in like the 105 kg, 90 kg, 80 kg, all the way. Well, not all the way down, but
women 64 is the lowest, I believe.
Yeah, and also like the masters competitions, 50 plus and 40 plus. This is an opportunity for those people that sort of fit that niche to come in and compete against people of similar size.
Yeah,
and be competitive. And then it also is whoever wins the men's open gets an invite to Worlds and some Giants Live events. So it's a big deal in the open side. It's also a really big deal in all the weight classes because this is the competition.
Yeah, I mean you could be 80 kg and try to do pro strongman. It's just probably not going to be to your advantage.
You could.
Yeah, you totally could try. And if you were 80 kg, you could put yourself in the open as well.
Sure.
Or you could take yourself out of the 80 kg and just do the open and really go for it. But God bless. Good luck on that.
Yeah.
You probably should be open weight.
You might need some divine intervention at that point.
Yeah, dude. But it was, no.
So Nick Gaudion won. So he took first. He will be headed to Worlds and then also some Giants Live. Bryce Johnson took second. Tim Buck took third. Incredible athletes. They were super fun to watch. They destroyed most of the events. Though shout out to James Jeffers. He did fantastic. He was at the 2023 OSG. A lot of these guys were. Spencer Remick we've seen perform at even higher levels than this.
Yeah.
And even the guys that came in 9th and 10th, like Josh Spurgeon and Seth Sukup, I mean, these guys are insane. Like, we will see them in the future, and we will see them in big shows. And then Josh Pataka from Australia. Dude is a bit of a monster.
Yeah,
he's a good dude. I mean,
really
he's a solid dude. I mean, he plays sort of in the middle, but I can see him going places. So, I mean, that was super fun to watch. We're not going to go through all these by any stretch.
No.
We can give them, they're not giving us any money, but ADL Live was doing a live stream of the whole event. And I know have since sort of condensed things down, not condensed, but they've published things. So you can still go back and watch coverage of this if you want. And they were doing a really good job. Lots of cameras, really good sort of visuals.
Yeah, the Cord King gives 2 thumbs up to ADL Live.
Yeah,
really
dude.
Impressive live stream and recording of the event.
Yeah, it was amazing. And like to the point where I saw multiple people who were at the event. They were also streaming the event on their phone because I mean, there's just like better, you have you also got to hear the commentary, which is worth it because they had people like Lucy Underdown and
even Rogue Invitational winner, strongwoman Inez Carrasquillo was also there. Mm-hmm. There was Gabe Pena was pretty much on the mic all weekend.
Gabe Pena put in the hours.
He really did.
That dude was on that mic all the time, and once in a while Evan would come in or like Nick would come in and relieve him for a little bit, but that dude was on the mic the whole freaking time. And of course, Colin Bryce was there.
Yeah, Colin Bryce
being El Guapo was there.
He was. It was just a smooth event. Awesome athletes. Literally, I think there was 400 strong men and strong women there this weekend, and it ran like a charm. Thank you for coming to Madison, and please just come back the next year and make it so much easier. Yeah,
it's not going to happen, but like 2 more shout outs and then we can move on. I do want to, like, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that Mark Felix will go down as probably will go down as one of the best
of all time
strongmen to ever live.
Yeah.
And he took first in the men's 50 plus. I know that was Nick wanted to participate in that world, and I think Nick really wanted to, or he would have done very well.
Right.
But Peter Rundberg, I mean, he's been around for almost as long, and so they have a really cool rivalry between the two of them, which is super fun to watch.
Yes.
And I know, and I think at the end when they were interviewing Peter, he even made some comment like, I'll be back next year. So will Mark. We're going to do the same thing.
Yes.
And it's sort of like this nice, warm, I don't know. Like,
there's just both monsters
tradition.
in their 50s, just still killing it.
I know. And Mark's almost 60. So
I
he's
know.
like,
We need a 60 plus now.
this is like, I'm not talking smack by any stretch. I was kind of expecting Mark on the wrecking ball hold to like have a little bit more.
I think what they said is he didn't know the time of the other guy, and so he was like,
that would make sense.
Yeah,
Because he and Peter were up there together.
he could have done
Once
it.
Peter dropped, he waited a couple seconds and then dropped it. I don't think he knew that a different guy had gotten 80 seconds, which was Bob Castelnova.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Bob. Yeah. No, this Bob Castelnova guy, I think we should follow. We could check him
Agreed.
out. He just like the thing I love about the 40 plus, 50 plus, and then like the lower women's classes
Yeah,
and some of the men's classes is like a lot of these dudes, people you look at and you're like,
yeah. They're
Whatever.
what do you say?
you're a dude.
Yeah, yeah. They're not assuming for
Right.
sure. Yeah,
They're like-
yeah.
it's like, oh, you're whatever. And then they go out on the thing and just absolutely destroy it.
I know.
And Bob Castelnova is one of those guys.
He did that a couple of times for a couple of events. You're like,
Yeah.
oh wow,
Yeah.
this is.
I mean, like I was like, if I would have seen you on the street, I'd been like, yeah, this looks pretty strong.
yeah,
And we do like all we do is gawk at strong people all day long. So,
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. There's also a
that's
couple.
what you want to be. You want to be unassuming, but be just
Yeah,
rip off your jacket like Clark Kent and just
yeah. It's like that.
chuck a guy up on a fucking skyscraper. You know.
Those guys who like modify cars and they'll take like really old, crappy cars, but they'll put them on like a crazy modified chassis and throw like
Yeah.
giant engines in them.
Yes, dude.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, pimp my ride, dude.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
All right.
pimp my ride. They can't take our money. They're not a company.
Exhibit.
Yeah, dude. Exhibit is still.
Props out to
He's a
Exhibit.
company. He's a company.
Exhibit LLC.
But no, what a great
Limited
weekend.
liability.
Rebecca Roberts won the Strong Woman contest.
Yep.
I think that's Rebecca. I mean, you can't deny this woman. She's at every Strong Woman event, and she is a serious.
She's consistent. She's
Yeah.
strong. She's like, I'm not saying it's a Barbara situation, but
Right.
like, I mean, she is commanding in that women's open
Yeah.
field.
She showed up and just took that title.
Yeah, and I think that like Nick kind of alluded to this in our review. Like, there's probably going to be at some point a bit of a change in sort of the women's side of things where weights get heavier.
Yeah.
And sort of we get this like a bit more of a division between pros and amateurs, and she's going to be on the side of the pro. Like she
100%.
and Lucy and Inez
100%.
are going to be on, and then it's not going to leave anybody behind necessarily because they can still compete,
Right.
But there probably will. I'm seeing that sort of line being drawn.
Yeah, no, I certainly can see that happening, and it was really cool to see all of our athletes that we follow. That was our first strongwoman event period. So they just don't come around the Midwest. So
Not really. We're the middle coast.
yeah, dude, they need
So,
to
I mean, Arnold's in Ohio.
right. We should do World's Strongest Man on the coast of Lake Michigan, dude.
Yeah,
Just lake wind, just
we
blasting.
could call it the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh yes, dude.
The lift of the Edmund. No, that's bad.
They actually they bring back like pieces of the Edmund Fitzgerald and they have to like leg press them.
Okay.
That would rule. That'd be kind of
Brian Shaw can put a car on it. We can do that.
We can do anything. But what a sick weekend. What a good
Yeah.
eye-opening experience and certainly a learning experience. It was a good time.
Yep. We got to awkwardly stare at lots of people.
Yeah, dude.
And again, I hope you're listening to this because you saw our thing and maybe you're like, hey, what are these?
Who are these strong casuals?
Who are these?
Like,
Whatever.
oh, these guys aren't really strong at
Yeah.
all. And we're like, yeah, but we know that's okay. That's not the thing. That's not it.
Right. It's the second part's more important there. You know,
We need to embolden casuals on our logo.
casuals. It was kind of funny though because like because of the sort of niche nature of the sport. Most of the people there were athletes,
Yeah.
or they're friends of athletes. They're just
100%.
jacked,
I know.
and where they're like eating pretzels and drinking beer and watching it. And it's like, I mean, our goal here, at least in part, I guess, is to like get people to go and watch and enjoy.
Exactly.
And,
like there's nothing wrong with enjoying a sport that you're not a part of.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And OSG, I think the finals day, like, hey, we got two of our friends to come.
It's true.
And like, if you're gonna
Granted, they were painting and drawing.
Yeah, no, yeah, but like, if you're gonna go, just go to the finals.
Yeah,
like it's 10 people per. I mean, yeah, there's a lot, but go.
Yeah, we're not telling you have to stay for 10 hours.
No,
but you could.
Sure,
if you wanted to, you can.
And I also we just try to get the word out, get some publicity out, and
yeah, we love Strongman, and we just want it to get bigger, and we will go support it if it's within 10 miles any day.
Yeah, those are great final events, fun to watch.
Yeah, the Stones.
Well, and as much as like this is an actual competition, it's not a TV show. They still do a really good job of making the events fun. The wrecking ball hold was super fun.
It was.
And the Stones are classic. Like, I know I was hearing a lot of people were watching the Stones and they were like, this is what I came for. Like, even my wife, who like is like not in this world at all, when she thinks of Strongman, she thinks of Atlas Stones. And so to have that always as the final event, and
OSG
she also believes that it should not be used as a stone off at the end of the qualifiers. I'm just kidding.
You can't hammer the stone off into everybody's brain, Ben. We know we don't like it.
Yes, I can.
Nobody likes it. It is crappy, but we're gonna stone off, okay, Doug? It just has to happen right now. OSG also has those cool. They have red stones.
Yeah, they do.
Which it's like their thing. It's a signature thing. So
it's like Minecraft,
dude. It's red clay, dude. You understand?
Yeah,
you fully understand.
Fully.
We'll come back next time. Anytime you guys come back to Madison, we're there.
Anytime you come back to Madison, yeah. I don't know where it's going to be. I saw somebody on the Instagrams. That makes me sound old. Someone on Instagram.
Yeah. You are old.
Yeah. Well. Asked a question to the general community where they think it's going to be next year, and I don't know. I wonder where it's going to be.
Barbados.
I hope not, because we're not going there.
I got my thing though. I got my thing, the book.
Oh, yeah,
the travel book.
The good. Yeah, we'll know where to go, where to get food.
I don't have a passport. Okay, I need to get the travel book thing. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Passports. So we can go to Barbados for OSG.
Quick PSA, everybody. Passports take a while to get there, so order them now.
Yeah. If you just if you go to USPS.com, you put in Strong Casuals as a coupon code, you save 15% on your passport entry.
Yep. Don't do that.
That's on us. That's on me. But thanks so much, OSG, for letting us be a part of your show. Yep. It was incredible. Lynn,
weekend. We're going to be getting in your DMs to get you talking.
Yeah, we'd love to pick your brain. Be a good time.
I'm just going to go ahead and assume Lynn's going to listen to this.
If you are, thank God. Thank God, Lynn. But we have arm wrestling coming up this weekend.
We do.
Finally. It's been so long. It's usually like one every 2 weeks. Feels like it's been a month and a half.
Well, it's also just sort of been our... Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's stateside. It's in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
King of the Table, 13. Lots of big things happening.
It is stacked.
Should we start at the super awesome and get to the still very awesome, or should we go from the bottom up?
Which one are you looking at? Are you looking at goldsarm.com? We're sponsored by goldsarm.com.
We're not, but yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Okay, good. Yeah, we can just mention, I mean, that second match in the Corey West versus Tobias Barong, that'll be a good match. What's this? Tobias's.
So
he's Swedish. You guys will be rooting for him.
He is. Yep. I think. So Corey's got some serious weight on this dude.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know. Like I don't know a lot about Tobias. This seems like a bit of a maybe not super even match. I mean, I expect Corey to win this, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's check out Tobias's.
And Corey was like, he's trained with the monster.
Tobias is pretty good though too. So it looks like he's faced absolute monsters. Everything on the East vs. West or King of the Table circuit he's done. He lost to Camille 3-2, Jablonski,
fair.
and
that's fair.
That was April 20th. 420, and Tobias beat Wagner Bordolato. Then he lost to Vitaly, lost to Evgeny Prudnik, and Marcio Bosa. dude, yeah, Artem Morozov. It's like he's only faced absolute monsters. So Corey West is no easy challenge either. But so honestly, it could go either way. To be honest with you, Tobias is super tactical, I think, but Corey West is that's an American-made boy right there. And
I mean that winner. I don't know. I'm going to be put in my place because that win over Wagner.
Yeah,
I mean Bortolato's a big old dude.
He's a monster.
He used to put up a fight in wall matches with some big
He's
dudes.
been doing it forever, and Tobias is only 26 right now, which is wild.
Yeah,
He's a big boy.
That matters.
It does. We'll find out. We will find out.
But that was also, it was East vs. West 2, but still 2022 Artem was still a force to be reckoned with.
Right. Are these all of these are best of 7? Is all pro matches best of 7?
I think all the king of the table cards are always best of 7. The East vs. West will be whatever. Dude, we get to see Barbara again.
Yeah, Barbora defending her heavyweight title against Gabby Vasconcelos, who's did she lose to her or
no? She lost to the person that Egla, who Egla pulled. Gabby beat Egla
twice,
and then Barbara beat Egla.
That's
last
right.
time she.
That's
pulled.
right. That's right.
So this should be interesting.
Barbora has beaten Gabby once, 3-2.
Yeah.
Already. So that was 2023, January of 2023. So it's been almost 2 years. Almost 3 years.
I think it's gonna be a fun match. I'm really hoping that it's similar to the matches in the last Angan event that were like actually fun to watch.
Super competitive. Yeah. I hope it's not a one side. If Barbora just blasts through Gabby like that, I will be incredibly impressed at this point. But
I don't doubt it'll be a 4-0 ending.
Yeah.
But it might be an interesting 4-0 ending.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be right. I honestly don't know who to go for until we see that get on the table. I mean, Gabby's hasn't pulled in a little bit for some of these big events, so we'll find out. And then after that, once again, this is not necessarily the order. This is just who they have. Matt Mask will be pulling Marcio Barbosa. Matt Mask is, he's going to do his thing.
I love Matt Mask.
I know. 42 and 51 years old. I love this. This is a good match. Matt is going to... If you miss a Matt Mask match, you're just missing out, period.
I loved watching Matt Mask in wall matches.
Dude, I think the environment of wall was perfect for Matt because everybody was surrounding him.
That environment was perfect for everybody.
I miss it.
And we want it back.
I know. We need a pit style.
Yeah, we need because that's what this is, man. We need Hawks up there.
Yes, dude, that is what we need. It's exactly what we need. Matt Mask brings the energy. He's bringing it to New Jersey, so they get to see it too.
Yeah.
I wonder where this is going to be.
Bringing that syrup energy.
He is bringing syrup energy. I'm looking where this is going to be. I'm trying to figure out what the venue this thing is.
Well, in the meantime, Lachlan Adair, the Aussie, is going to go up against Lars Rohrbachen, who, Lars, if you're listening, I'm still in your DMs. That'll be an interesting match. I think Lars is going to win.
I love seeing, we love Lars. And then Lachlan, he got put down by our boy Paul Lynn last time. And
which wasn't, it wasn't even really fun to watch.
No, Paul smashed him. So unless Lachlan's bringing a bunch, you're in for a rude awakening facing Rohrbachen.
I don't like
Good luck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good luck.
I'm okay. Now I feel bad because I'm throwing a lot of hate Lachlan's side. I don't know that match, dude. That King of the Table 11. That was when the whole Aussie troop was there.
Yeah.
I'll save my opinion of that later. So,
yeah. Good call. Oh, it's at Bally's. They're in Atlantic City. Oh, it's getting wild. That should be a good. It's at Bally's, so it's a casino. So I'm sure they have a pretty good conference room for that.
Isn't it Bally Sports?
No, it's not a Bally Total Fitness or anything like that.
Okay.
Bally's is a casino chain.
Oh, I don't know. I have money. I keep my money.
No, you don't.
I don't gamble it.
I do. So I have none.
This seems like an odd place to put this. But as we said before, Brian Shaw will be pulling Eddie Hall.
Yes.
And I'm going to say it like that. Brian Shaw will be pulling Eddie Hall.
It is going to be... I'm so stoked. Like a snake.
I mean, I'm excited to watch it.
Yes.
I
am too. I love a freak show.
Yeah.
I'm the American populace. We love a freak show. If you have any interest in seeing anything that's freaky, watch this arm wrestling match. It's going to be... I assume it's probably going to be domination, but I also know that Eddie is practicing with Neil, Neil's not telling him the wrong things. I mean...
No, and I think, like... Eddie has this way of, nobody can tell Eddie no.
Yeah.
And that's good. And I mean, the dedication that he has when he decides to do something is like unmatched.
It really is.
Well, and honestly, if anybody's going to match it, it's Brian.
Yeah.
So no matter what, these two dudes have put in everything that they need to do. And I just don't, it's hard for me to see a world where Brian doesn't win this.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it.
And I don't know if
he's had so much more time than Eddie.
Yeah. Eddie's
doing it all.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's doing it all.
I mean, not that Eddie's not. Eddie's a big dude.
Right.
But when you think about the arm wrestling table
and length of the arm.
It's not like strongman where you have a throwing event and a static strength lift and a super and a medley or something super athletic. Like, it's one thing.
Right.
And it's a bout of essentially strategy and static strength.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny because we talked to all the strongmen people, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch a lot of that." And then you talk to the actual we talked to our arm wrestling people, and they're like, "Yeah, it's a stunt."
Right.
So, we get both worlds, and we understand both worlds.
I mean, I just really think that Brian wouldn't have bought all the specific arm wrestling stuff, all of the hundreds and thousands that he spends on all of his workout stuff for arm wrestling. I feel like he will stay in, and I think the last video I watched with Eddie and Neil, I think Neil's trying to obviously push Eddie to stay in as well because he thinks he's a freak of nature.
Yeah,
and how can you not believe somebody like Neil Pickup? He's seen all of it,
right,
for 20 years.
And commentated or announced.
Yes, both sides.
75% of it.
Yeah, both sides, whether it was strongman or arm wrestling. He knows what people are capable of, and the level you should probably be on to be at a world beater of any kind.
Yeah, and I think that there's no doubt in my mind that Brian Shaw's Brian's dedicated to the sport.
Yes,
I think he sees this probably as a very viable way to kind of retire,
right,
and stay in a strength sport
100%.
World.
It's. I mean, we see all the tenured arm wrestlers.
Yeah, you can arm wrestle forever.
Forever.
You can be Dennis. Right.
And I just want to see what a that's the weird thing too, is you don't see people only basketball players, but basketball players are not as thick as Brian. I'm talking about getting old, giant humans getting old.
Yeah.
You just don't see it a lot unless they're basketball players, but they're pretty thin. To be as thick, you can't keep on.
A lot of weight there.
Yeah, you can't continue to have meals like Brian Shaw has to sustain the weight that he does into your 60s and 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. It's it's exactly like the strongest man, or I apologize, the tallest man of all time. Robert Wadlow, he was 7'11". Just take that in, think about that.
So that's like me.
Yeah, dude, that's like me. It's you just want to see... You want to see people like that do things. And Brian is such a freak because he can just do whatever he wants. At 6'8", 350. I mean, he's looking trim now, to be honest. He's looking trim too, so.
I mean, it's also we talked to both Eric Rusain and Hammond about the idea that this is a very specific sport though. So it's you still need to cut your teeth in on the table.
Yes.
You're gonna do big things, but you got to learn how to do this because this is a very specific.
Right. You just task. This is a great opener because it's Brian can face somebody who has a little bit of technique now for sure, but he has arguably the most strength you could ever possibly have in arm wrestling. You're facing that guy, but he's super rough around the edges. You know, Eddie's arm is arguably stronger than most people's arms are.
Oh,
and
that's for sure.
and that's all you're gonna see. So it's like, just want to see what Brian does with that.
Yeah, and it's also like, we're kind of pulling a. I don't know. This might be controversial, but
Don't say it, dude.
okay.
Say it.
Like we're kind of pulling like an Auden Laird
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
where we're
yeah,
like
yeah.
not giving him a
Speaking of, real quick,
guy.
Auden Laird does have he has a good match coming up.
He does.
Against the India's #1.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm excited for that.
I am too. That's
Like,
a
I'm
real
legitimately
match.
excited
Yeah,
for that, 'cause
that's a real.
I think-
I forget that organization who he's pulling in. I apologize. I believe it's in like those East Indian organizations, something like that. I think it is.
can't think
I think
of
it
it,
is
but
their organization.
I think that's going to be a big
That's
and a good match to watch.
Yes, agreed. But yeah, this is for Brian's purse pull on a big stage. It is a little bit of stunty, but I think it'll be fine.
Hey, it'll get him on a table with real refs.
Exactly.
And
Both the men know what they're doing at
Yeah.
an arm wrestling level. So it's like
no one's going to get stupid hurt.
no.
And there'll be refs, and we'll be able to see them. And honestly, like in the world of niche sports that only exist on social media, it's going to be great for like.
Well, also, we just know how competitive these guys are separately. And then you get them together, and they're even more competitive than they actually could ever be. And they
Right.
talk shit all the time to each other. It's going to be such a fun match to watch,
Oh, yeah.
period. I mean, it's going to be fireworks.
And they're best friends.
Right. That's the best. Yeah. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's none of
it's
it's
great.
really ill against each other. So it's
Right.
it's going to be a pure excitement, and I'm super, super, super interested
Yeah.
to see what happens.
No, I think it's going to be great.
But yeah, and who knows? I think that's the 5th match from the top. And like I said, I don't know if Gold's Arm has ever gotten the actual sequence right. But the main event is the main event. But other than that, who
Yeah.
knows? Paul Lynn is also pulling, our boy Paul, against
Krasimir Kostadanov.
yeah,
We've seen him.
yeah,
pull a bunch.
100%. Krasimir, who's he? He just
Bulgaria.
his last match was in July against
Yeah, and
Todd.
Todd whooped him.
Todd whooped him up. Then he beat Berzink in
Yeah, but-
January.
Okay.
Dude, come on, man. He beat Lachlan Adair. What's up? And
Who cares? Matt Mask got him.
yeah, he's pulling
in
plenty of good
2022.
dudes, but he's not winning the big matches yet. And I think this is if Kostadanov wants to put an impression down, you can stop Paul Lynn when Paul's on his tear right now.
Yeah. I mean, Paul Lynn's also like, I don't know how these weights are updated, but like he's back in the weight class he wants to be in. So
This is the way
because he went up for Lachlan
right.
and he came back down. And I think he likes to be in this at this weight,
Yeah.
which is a good thing for him.
Yeah, what is it? I think it's 95 kilo or something like that.
Yeah. Because he went up to 105s for
Right.
Lachlan.
Krasimir is a 105, so I think Krasimir is coming down to 95.
Well, either way, like, I mean, Paul pulled at
105 and did well.
and ended well. So I don't know.
Well, we'll find out. That's a good match.
Every
Like,
match is a new match.
honestly, both of them are kind of similar. They all pull really good guys and can't beat the really good guys, but they still pull guys that. I mean, Paul just beat Lachlan, and was that his last match? No.
Yeah.
Who was it? Because it was. I thought that Paul had a match in between. Lachlan.
Oh wait, no.
He had in between Lachlan and him.
Yeah, he pulled Rustam Babayev
Oh, Babayev, yeah.
at East vs. West
And
14,
lost, right?
and Babayev won.
So
But, like,
this is good then. This is, I mean, Krasimir and Paul are coming off a loss, but they're like I said, they beat people all the time. This will be a good place. After that, we have Dave Chaffee, the return.
Babayev went 2-3 with Irakli. So
Oh wow, yeah. No, Babayev is the real deal. It was no slouch match for sure. Chaffee's back. We haven't seen him since August. He beat Frank Lamparelli.
what a beast.
Yeah, and so this will be. I've known nothing about this Gabor guy. Doesn't have any stats on here either.
I don't know who he is.
From Hungary.
Yes, I am.
Yes, but Dave always puts on a good match. It'll be a great match. Speaking of Babayev,
He's there.
he is pulling against Sandris, who Sandris is really good too. Latvian. He just lost to Sagov, right? Yeah, he lost to Sagov. They were pulling for, I think that was a belt. No, it wasn't a belt. It was 3 rounds.
Light heavyweight 105.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a big dude.
it is a big dude.
Do we want a drum roll for the next match?
Like I'm underwater.
Yeah, that sounds beautiful.
Our boy.
Well, you can say it.
Yeah, dude. we have Jerry Cataret, the man, versus the champ of the open super heavyweight division, Levon Saganishvili. At post Levon's injury, he's coming back. He's got to be super. I mean, he pulled Devin at 420 of this year, so it's gonna be. He's back, baby. This is gonna be. I mean, Jerry is no slouch. Okay, Jerry's the man. Jerry. Well, let's see when Jerry's pulled last. He pulled Kardasha, beat Kardasha 3-0. Hermes beat him 3-0. But he beat Georgi in 2023, beat Gennady Kavinya, and Michael Todd beat him. Oh, that was in 2019, though.
I think if anybody has any doubts that this isn't going to be a great match to watch, go on Jerry's social media and look at him.
Yeah, he's a freak right now.
I mean, there's no doubt. Jerry's been around for a long time.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
We've watched him in all kinds of stuff, and the dude is a beast.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Levon isn't Levon. Levon is Levon. And that's basically all we can say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot of words that can describe Levon. But if someone's going to at least give him a run for his money, Jerry's going to do it.
It's a hot Jerry Cataret. Yeah, for sure. I mean, coming off a huge win against Kardasha. And
for a long time, everybody was convinced that Kardasha was the guy who was going to be.
Yeah, we thought Kardasha was going to be pound for pound number one under Levon, and I mean, Jerry stopped that right away. He's like, no, that's not what's going to go down. So this is just a super interesting match. I just don't know.
Jerry's just such a. I mean, dude is just a fucking.
Before Levon, he is a Levon style human. Jerry is. He's like that.
If Jerry was as tall as Levon, they would look identical.
Yeah.
Save some things.
It's going to be an incredible best of 7. I'm really interested to see what happens. If Levon just flatlines him like he did Devin, I don't know. I mean, once again, we'll just have to wait. Because Brian Shaw, they had a little video that they posted today with Brian and Levon meeting in in the lobby. And I mean, Levon's smaller than Brian, so it's like...
Yeah.
I mean, stature-wise, but Brian's also 6'8". It's just freaky how tall Brian is. But
yeah.
I mean,
Levon's also essentially trained in one world.
Yes.
And arm wrestling you will attain a certain physique training arm wrestling. Mm-hmm. And it will be very different from training strongman. So, I mean,
it's going to be so interesting just to see when the world of strongman just comes into arm wrestling and really see what happens. Like I said, it's going to be tough to see here, but this is still going to be a match. Both men know what they're doing, and it's still a match. And nobody, I think, wants to beat... These two want to beat each other worse than anybody, I think, in the entire event wants to beat the other guy. 100%.
Yeah.
So that alone is worth a ticket.
Yeah, I think it's going to be... I think it'll be actually fun to watch.
I know, it's going to be... And it's going to be a really good event. And it being stateside... I really just hope we just keep doing more. I heard, we maybe have caught wind of the Windy City. No, that's I mean, so
Chicago.
I
also think we need to start giving some airtime to some of the other up and coming organizations that are doing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just we need to find them and they're all streaming on their own sites. So you have to find the organization.
Yeah. That's something that we could probably record an entire podcast about that, but the worlds that we exist in, arm wrestling and strongman, there is no singular body that organizes these things. And so it's not like the NFL where you just have a team that you follow. There is no organization that runs everything. So it's kind of this piecemeal, put it together kind of thing, which maybe that'll change. I don't know. But it does require us to kind of try and find new things, which can be exhausting. But at the same time, there are some good up and coming not lower, but not even more regional, just up and coming organizations that are putting together matches.
Yeah.
And I think that's worth our time.
Yeah. Audin's doing it's a challenger series in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And Gregory Yo is who he's pulling, number 2 in Singapore. is who Gregory Yo is. So that's just a great match. I mean, number 2 in any country, I don't care. You're totally
and he's an arm wrestler.
Yeah, exactly.
Which will be nice to see.
No, it's a lot of stuff coming up here. Sorry we've been gone so long. We'll try to continue to be back.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, I mean, I got nowhere to go until it snows. Then I'm gonna have to bring the old tractor. The only way to get anywhere, you gotta bring the old tractor.
Yeah. So our interview with Nick Best is coming out. We're going to try to do some more interviews with some people at OSG. We got a little bit of a lull here, strongman-wise, until February before
the season is over.
Things start to ramp up again. So we'll be coming at you with some more interviews, some more arm wrestling stuff. Maybe we'll look back on some old World's Strongest Man events. I thought that episode was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Leave us a note in the comments.
Yeah, dude.
If you liked that episode on the first World's Strongest Man.
Oh yeah.
And if you want more of that content. Anything else?
Nope. It's been a good year. Been a good year for strongman and arm wrestling. And yeah, once strongman picks back up, we're gonna have a lot of arm wrestling content for a little while here. But
yeah,
well, that's been the Strong Casuals, man.
And you know what we always say:
if you're gripping,
we're talking,
we're ripping.